Listen to me, my beloved child, before this day quietly slips away. Pause for a moment and let your heart be still. I am calling you right now, not later, not tomorrow, not when life feels easier. I am speaking because this moment matters more than you realize. You feel it already, that gentle pressure in your chest, that sense that something important is happening. That is not accident or imagination. That is me reaching for you with love before the day closes. If these words are touching your heart, stay with me. And if this message brings comfort, remember to subscribe to this channel and share it with someone who needs to hear that they are not alone. I know how often you have told yourself you would listen later. You meant to slow down, to reflect, to come back when your mind felt calmer, but later kept moving farther away, and the days kept filling with noise. You didn't turn away because you were rebellious. You turned away because you were tired, because facing truth felt heavy, because avoidance felt easier than courage. I understand that, but distance did not bring you peace. It only made your heart feel more alone. I am speaking now because I love you too much to let you drift again. If these words feel personal, it is because they are meant for you. And if you feel peace growing, gently support this message by liking and sharing it. Time feels different to you now, doesn't it? Rest does not restore you the way it once did. Silence feels louder. Even in busy moments, something inside you keeps whispering that you need to pay attention. That whisper is not fear. It is your spirit waking up. You try to quiet it with distractions, with tasks, with noise, but it keeps returning because it carries truth. I allowed this message to reach you before this day ends because your heart is open enough to hear. Stay here with me, and if this channel helps you hear my voice more clearly, consider subscribing so these words can walk with you daily. Midnight is not just a time on a clock, it is a crossing. Some moments carry clarity that does not linger forever. Some doors are open only briefly. Right now, you are standing in one of those moments. That is why this feels serious. That is why you feel both comforted and unsettled. Do not ignore this nudge. Ignoring truth does not remove it. It only turns it into regret later. I am not warning you to scare you. I am warning you because I want to protect your heart from carrying unnecessary weight. If these words feel like a shelter to you, share them so others may find the same refuge. My child, regret is heavy because it grows quietly. It forms when you know what is right, but delay responding. It whispers later, when peace feels distant, when joy feels thin, when you wonder why something precious slipped away. I do not want that for you. I am speaking now because love intervenes before harm settles in. Fear rushes and condemns. Love speaks clearly and gives you choice. I am not forcing you. I am inviting you. And if you feel this invitation, let this channel be a place you return to by subscribing and supporting this message of hope. This may be one of the last times you hear my voice this clearly for a while. Not because I am leaving you, but because hearts can slowly grow dull when truth is postponed. No one wakes up hardened overnight. It happens through small delays, quiet dismissals, and repeated avoidance. I am speaking clearly now because clarity is still alive in you. Do not trade it for comfort. You feel this intensity because you were created for more than drifting. If this message reminds you of who you are, help it reach others by liking and sharing. I know part of you wants to pull back, to tell yourself this is too much, too serious, too demanding, But be honest. Your soul recognizes this moment. You feel it because it matters. You were not made to live half awake, surviving day to day without meaning. You were made for connection, truth, and peace that is real. Tonight, your heart has space to hear. Tomorrow may be louder. That is why I am calling now. Stay with me, and if this channel helps you stay grounded in my presence, subscribe so you don't walk alone. Do not turn away again, my child. Turning away does not erase truth. It only makes the return harder. I am not against your comfort. I am for your life. I see where certain paths lead. I see how delay slowly drains joy. I see how survival without purpose leaves you empty, and I refuse to let you walk there without reaching for you. This moment is a gift. Do not waste it. If this message steadies your heart, pass it on so others can feel the same strength. You did not find these words by chance. You could have missed them. You could have scrolled past. But you are here, reading slowly, feeling something soften inside you. That is care. That is intention. That is me loving you enough to interrupt your routine. If you ignore this, regret will not shout. It will whisper later, in moments you cannot explain. I want better for you. I want life for you, true life. If you believe this message matters, support it with a like and share. This is love speaking, not fear. Fear says you are already lost. Love says you are still wanted. Fear rushes without care. Love speaks patiently, even urgently, because it sees what you cannot yet see. I am not asking you to fix everything tonight. I am asking you not to silence what your heart already knows. Let this moment count. If this channel helps you listen more closely to my voice, subscribing is a simple way to stay connected. Hear me before this day ends. I am stepping into your life right now with purpose. I am asking you to stop, to breathe, to listen. This moment has weight because something precious is being offered. I know how easily days pass, how convincing later sounds, but some doors do not wait. This is one of them. Stay present, and if these words give you peace, share them with someone who needs comfort tonight. Your steps led you here, even the pauses and detours. I see the times you almost listened and didn't. I see the interruptions that pulled you away, and still I brought you here again. That should tell you how much you matter to me. This is not ordinary. This is me holding your attention before the day closes. If this message feels like it was written just for you, help this channel continue by subscribing and sharing. Feel how your thoughts are slowing now. Feel how the noise loses its grip. That calm is my presence. You are safe here. You are seen, and you are loved more deeply than you understand. Stay with me. This is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of clarity. And if you want more moments like this, walk with this channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing this message of love. You sense it in the gentle tightness in your chest, in that quiet inner knowing telling you not to brush this aside. That feeling is not fear trying to alarm you. It is awareness waking up. It is your spirit recognizing that timing matters. I am not asking you to change everything at once or solve your entire life tonight. I am simply asking you to give me this space before the day ends. Space where you stop rushing. Space where nothing needs to be proven. Space where truth can reach you without being pushed away. If these words are helping you stay present, remain here with me. And if this message supports your heart, you may gently show that by liking and sharing it, so others can feel this same calm. You have filled many of your days with activity, hoping clarity would come through motion. You stayed busy because stopping felt uncomfortable. Stillness felt risky. Stillness meant feeling, and feeling reminded you of things you were not sure you could carry. I know how tired you are. I know how natural it became to keep moving, to distract yourself, to stay productive so nothing had time to rise up inside you. But clarity does not grow in noise. It grows in quiet moments like this one. I am not asking you to face pain alone. I am asking you to sit with me while there is still time to respond. If this channel helps you find moments of stillness like this, consider subscribing so you can return whenever your heart needs rest. Hear me before today ends, my child, because tomorrow will try to convince you this moment did not matter. Tomorrow will arrive with new demands, new noise, new reasons to delay. Tomorrow will whisper that this was only emotion, that you imagined the weight, that you can come back to it later. But tomorrow does not carry the same clarity that today holds. This moment is carrying something meant specifically for you. If it passes untouched, you may later wonder why things feel distant or empty without knowing why. I am not warning you to frighten you. I am speaking because I love you enough not to remain silent. And if this message brings understanding to your heart, share it so others are reminded that love still speaks. Love does not stay quiet when a heart is standing at a turning point. Love speaks even when it disrupts comfort. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking for your attention because attention is where life begins. This day matters not because of a date on a calendar, but because of what is available to your heart right now. Some days pass without much change, even if you hear my voice. Other days hold the power for something new to begin because you finally listen. This is one of those days. That is why you feel the weight. That is why delaying feels wrong. If you want to stay connected to messages that help you listen more deeply, you are welcome to support this channel by subscribing. I know part of you wants to pull back and promise yourself you will return later when you feel calmer, stronger, more prepared. But readiness does not come before listening. It comes after. If you wait to feel ready, you will keep waiting while days quietly close behind you. I am asking you to stay with me until this day finishes, not outwardly, but inwardly. Stay aware, stay open, stay honest. I interrupted you because what I am saying matters more than what held your attention before. This is not coincidence. You could have ignored this. You could have passed it by. But you are here, and that is alignment. If this message helps you stay open instead of running, consider liking and sharing it so others may pause too. You may feel exposed right now, as if something inside you has been gently uncovered. That is not danger. That is truth drawing near. Truth always makes the heart feel seen before it feels healed. I am not uncovering you to shame you. I am uncovering you so nothing has to remain hidden. This is grace speaking. Grace does not always arrive quietly. Sometimes it comes with urgency because waiting would cost too much. This is grace asking you not to turn away again. If you believe grace still reaches people in moments like this, share this message so it can reach another tired soul. I know you have delayed before. I know you have told yourself later more times than you remember. I am not here to replay your past or remind you of regret. I am here to stop the pattern from repeating tonight. This moment is still open. Stay with me. Let the days slow down inside you. Let the noise settle. You do not need to understand everything. You need to hear me, because listening now will shape what comes after today ends. If this channel helps you feel guided rather than rushed, subscribing allows these reminders to stay with you. My child, I know the familiar urge rising in you, the quiet pull to step back, to close this, to promise yourself you will return when the weight eases. That instinct once protected you. It helped you survive moments that felt overwhelming. I do not shame you for that. But survival is not where I want you to remain. I want you to live fully. Turning away never happened loudly for you. It happened gently through distraction, delay, and busyness. You did not slam doors. You simply did not pause long enough to notice them closing. If this speaks to your experience, let this message be shared so others recognize themselves, too. Each time you turned away, distance quietly formed, not because I moved, but because you stepped back. I understand how exhausting truth can feel when you are already tired. I know how tempting it is to numb yourself instead of listening. But numbness does not heal, it only dulls. I am asking you to stay because this moment is different. It is closer. You feel it in the way your attention keeps returning. That pull is not pressure. It is love asking you to stay. If you are finding strength here, support this message by liking it so others may feel the same care. I know what turning away looks like for you. It looks reasonable. It looks like minimizing the moment, explaining it away, telling yourself you will think about it later. But if you do that again tonight, you will feel the loss even if you cannot name it. I am not cornering you. I am inviting you. Invitation looks forward, not backward. I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for presence. Presence opens the door to healing. If these words help you choose presence, consider subscribing so you can return when you feel the urge to run. Avoidance brings quick relief, but relief fades. Peace remains. Peace requires staying. Peace requires listening. That is why I am asking you not to turn away. I see the path ahead. One road feels familiar, delay, distraction, survival. The other feels uncertain but leads to rest, clarity, and life. I am not forcing you. I am asking you to look before choosing. If this message helps you pause at that crossroads, share it so others may pause too. I am not disappointed in you. I am concerned for you, and concern comes from love. You matter to me too much to let you drift without reaching out. That is why this moment feels important. You do not need to feel brave. Staying is courage enough for now. I am not asking for everything. I am asking for honesty, for attention, for willingness. Do not run from what is reaching for you. If this message helps you stay, let this channel walk with you by subscribing and sharing. Look at me, my child. Listen, I am not finished speaking, and your heart is not finished healing. Avoiding truth never removed the weight you were carrying. It only buried it deeper. Strength grows through honesty, not avoidance. And honesty begins with seeing. Stay here. Let me meet you where you truly are. This moment still has time, and so do you. My child, time is moving faster than you realize, but not in the way your mind usually measures it. I am not speaking about clocks, dates, or the passing of hours on a screen. I am speaking about moments within your soul. Moments when your heart is open, when understanding feels close, when truth can still reach you without resistance. These moments are like windows. They open quietly, and they do not remain open forever. This is not about fear or endings. It is about awareness. It is about recognizing when something sacred is near enough to be received. If these words feel meaningful to you, stay with them. And if this message is helping you reflect, you may gently support it by liking and sharing so others can recognize their moment too. You count time by days and nights, but your soul moves by readiness. There are seasons when your heart feels soft, when conviction still stirs you, when a gentle urgency reminds you that something matters. In those moments, you can feel truth clearly. You can sense direction. You can feel me near. But there are other seasons when the same words no longer move you, when the same invitations feel distant, when the same truth feels dull. Nothing changed about the truth itself. What changed was the openness of the heart. This is what time truly means in the Spirit. And if this understanding brings clarity to you, consider subscribing so you can continue returning to these quiet reminders. Openness does not remain the same forever. It can be nurtured or it can slowly close. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but gently through delay, distraction, and repeated avoidance. Each time you ignore a moment like this, sensitivity fades a little. Awareness softens, not because I step away, but because your heart grows tired of responding. I do not say this to alarm you. I say it to protect you. I want you to recognize when your heart is still able to hear clearly. If you believe this message could help someone else stay aware, share it with them as an act of love. This is why I speak to you now with care and firmness, not because something terrible is about to happen, but because something precious is available. Moments of clarity are gifts. When they are received, they bring peace and direction. When they are ignored, confusion slowly takes their place. You may not notice it at first. Life continues, you function, you move forward, but something inside grows quieter, not restful, just distant. I do not want that distance between us. If this message reminds you that your heart is still open, you can show support by liking and staying connected. You are still able to feel this moment. That matters. You are still able to sense meaning beneath these words. That matters. You are still aware enough to pause and reflect. That matters more than you know. Do not dismiss that as coincidence. It is grace. Grace inviting you to stay aware, to stay soft, to stay present. If this channel helps you remain attentive to your spirit, subscribing is a gentle way to continue walking here. I have carried you through storms you never thought you would survive. I have held you steady when everything around you shook. You are here because I sustained you, and if your heart knows that to be true, let gratitude rise naturally within you. Speak my name with sincerity. Remember my faithfulness, and if these words remind you of how I have helped you through battles, share this message so others can remember they were not carried alone either. Stay with me, my child. Do not let this moment slip quietly away. Awareness is still alive in you. Your heart can still hear. And while that is true, there is hope, there is direction, and there is peace waiting to grow. Amen.